So hi, my name's Phil from SY Electronics. So today's topic, we're going to talk about test equipment. Now we have a lot of customers call us up for tech support, and we're very good at giving tech support, we like to think. But sometimes we say, oh, can you just use your tester to test this cable or to test this device? And we do find that a lot of people don't have any kind of test equipment with them. Now sometimes a bit of test kit may be expensive, so not everybody will have everything. But somewhere, hopefully in the company, it'll be good to have at least a multimeter. Well, let's have a look at a few things that we have come across before. This device, I've seen this in other videos, so we can test whether the cable, the patch cable, is wired up correctly. You can see that this one is, it tells us it's 0.5 meter, that all pins are connected. You can see that there. But you can also use this to connect into a live LAN port, and if I do a ping test, it will tell us that there is an active network connection, and if we leave it long enough, about 10 seconds, it will give us a DHCP address. So there we go, successful. IP address, there we go, got the IP address on the unit. Fantastic little device, very useful to have on site. You'll need something like this device that enables you to test HDMI cables. So I've got this on cable test mode, and let's just run the test. It's going to run a test there. See, this cable is good. It says pass on every level. Got this device here, simple device for testing HDMI cables. Are all pins connected? Is it a good cable? You can see the list of all the different pins that is connected. They're all lit up, so all pins on that cable are connected. So this device is good. This is a SIG gen for audio, so you can connect this to your speaker terminals for ceiling speaker. You install it out in an office, or plug this into your amplifier, use this as an audio source, and it'll either send out a 1 kHz audio tone or 200 Hz tone for lower frequency stuff. Good bit of test kit. We've got this device which will test for PoE power. Plug that into an Ethernet port and using the cable there, and it will tell you whether you've got your 48 volts. This one's interesting. A multimeter. Now it's amazing the amount of tech support calls we receive at our office, and we say, if you can just check you've got power here. And I said, what with? So, well, with your multimeter. Oh, I haven't got a multimeter. Come on guys, why not? Multimeter is very basic. You can test for different things: DC voltage, AC voltage, resistance, diodes, continuity check. You can either put this next to a mains powered device, it will tell you whether you've got power, give a bit of an indication. Put it onto an audio source, it will tell you what the frequency of the sound is if you've got a tone, perhaps using it in conjunction with a tone generator. All sorts of things. Capacitance, milliamps, do a current test. You put your negative terminal to there to do a current test. AC amps, and then of course you've got your switch to turn it off. So if you want a more complicated version that does a lot more, this is pretty good for electronic stuff, because you've got all sorts of tests for different pieces of equipment and different components on this particular one. So if you've got a problem on site and you want to verify, well, is my power lead even sending power into the device? It's not lighting up. Well, if you had a multimeter, you'd be able to check the fuse of your plug, check if there's power coming in from the DC power adapter. So what would you do? You'd set this to the voltage range, and then you would check which is the positive and which is the negative terminal. Now I know that according to the markings, that's positive, that's negative. So yes, we've got just over 12 volts. So we know that this power supply is good. So these are basic things we need to have with us at all times. Some people say, I haven't got a multimeter, and we think, well, how can you test anything on site? There's plenty of uses for putting this kind of thing through its paces. So we're going to do the basic things that we looked at: checking a fuse, checking that our power supplies work. We can bell out cables. So, you know, you may have something more sophisticated to test certain cables, but just having a simple multimeter will be able to let you test cable continuity. Are the pins connected properly? If you've made custom cable, like an XLR balance cable, an RS232 serial cable, and you want to bell out the cable to make sure that everything's connected properly, you can put it on resistance mode or continuity check mode and just test your cable, bell out your cable. So these things are very inexpensive. So there's a few little ideas about how we can put into practice pieces of test equipment which will help us diagnose problems, especially when we're on site. So thanks for watching this episode, and as always, we'll see you on the next one.